Good. It's Wednesday done. Stinking cold. Still. Boys are just putting the last bits of kit on the truck. And then we're back tomorrow to do, can't remember the name of the pond, the smallest pond. It's about acre and a bit or something. But yeah, lots of fishing here today. We've made the space by removing about 500 or 600 pounds of 2-inch bream today. When the fish first went in, they had lots of space because they didn't put too many in initially. And the bream that came in did really well last year, bred like mad. And we've just removed 500 pound of fish, at least 500 pound, maybe more, of bream this size. We put some back, put plenty back. You never catch them all. But it's just like, say, cropping exercise. So we put plenty back. But that's critical space to take. You know, they do like to stock these lakes heavily, but it's important if you're doing that to create plenty of space. So by removing 500 or 600 pound of bits today and put them in stock ponds to grow on for another year. But yeah, it's very, very good. They know they need to address a few issues around the fishery regarding vegetation. There's a real lack of any useful vegetation around the whole site. Positioning of aerators, bit of tree work, but apart from that, you know, they bend over backwards to please the match anglers, putting tracks around so you can park behind your peg. Everyone can park behind a peg, and it's kind of a, you know, as far as commercial match fishers go, it could be really right up there with, well, I say right up there with them. You know what I mean? It's interesting, but there's loads of fish. I mean, these lakes have all got loads of fish in, and at the moment they look okay. They've had issues with the carp in the past, but that's inevitable when you're dealing with this sheer volumes of fish. But I'm hoping they're learning that you don't, you know, you've got to be realistic. It's no good having tons and tons of fish if no one's catching them, and if they're not getting caught, they're not any good for you. You know, in this sort of environment, they're hang on. So basically, you're better off having fish that are getting caught. You know, this is commercial match fishing. This is like the peak of high stocking densities and that sort of thing. But that doesn't mean you need to, you know, your animal welfare needs to be improving all the time with these sort of venues. We know that, and all we can do is advise people and say, look, you know, if you're going to hold on to this amount of big fish or this number of fish per acre in these sort of high density waters, you need to, you know, limit your keep nets and limit your catches. Really, you don't want people catching 500-600 pound. It's ridiculous. On any given day, one of these venues will throw up that sort of weight. I mean, the sheer volumes of fish are here, but you know, you've got to look after the fish, and best practice across the board, you know, regarding fishery management and angling as well. The anglers are as responsible as anything. I feel terrible today. I need to go home and have a bath. Oh dear. And some soup or something. Soup and bread, that sounds awesome. But yeah, it's one of those things, these lakes. Love them or hate them, they're here. And you know, ones like this, the guys have got good intentions of how to run it in future. And hopefully we can help them, guide them in the right direction. But yeah, it's huge amounts of fish, thousands and thousands of pounds weight of fish in each lake. And one of the nice things here is it is getting plenty of wind on it. You know, it's quite a new site, so there's loads of trees around, but hopefully they'll plant a load of vegetation and take on board what we're saying, and it could go from strength to strength. You know, there's loads of carp here, but what's really impressive is the silverfish. Tons. We caught over 1,000 pound of roach in, oh Christ, whatever it's called, lake yesterday, and plenty in here as well. Big roach, big perch, plenty of tench, and loads and loads of bream. So yeah, it's been very good. We've got one more to do tomorrow, and then I'm going to probably have to dive for a couple of days, I think.